Hello, today is April 20th. Let me state that I initially stopped the lecture a little too soon. I thought it was 6:20. My clock isn't showing the right time, and I guess I can show that now. Anyways, my clock is not showing the right time, and I looked at the time and said, "Oh, it's time for me to stop." Corrected me initially, and so I continued the lecture, and there was at least one student who logged off immediately. That student will have to go back to the lecture and get the last slide I talked about. All right. Let me stop the share here and stop the record. Does anyone have a question? All right.
Yeah, I had a question, not necessarily to the lab. I was just I don't know if somebody already requested you, but some of us would really like the quiz times to be changed from
Oh,
12
oh,
to 12 instead of like 8 to 8 because
oh,
we just
okay. I actually answered that at the end of the lecture. You guys need to remind me during the lecture to discuss that so that everybody can get it. So I'm not going to deal with that now because this is not the lecture, and a lot of people are not going to view this lab session because this is not a regular lab session. So I want you to bring that up in the lecture, and then we will discuss it there. And if other students want it, I will make a discussion board, and then we will vote on it. Okay?
Okay, so I can just bring it up on Tuesday's lecture then.
Yeah, bring it up in the lecture.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, bye.
I had a question regarding the prions. So they're not considered microorganisms, right? But can they be considered infectious?
They are considered infectious. They are not an organism. Okay. They are considered a microbe because it's something that microbiologists study and it's microscopic. However, they are only a protein, so they are not an organism. Okay.
Okay, so it's a microbe, considered a microbe, but not a microorganism.
Well, it's not an organism. The term microorganism is used very loosely. When I use the term microorganism, I mean an organism. So a virus to me is not an organism because it doesn't have a cell. And a prion obviously is only a protein. It doesn't have a cell or anything close to a cell, but it is
Okay,
considered a microbe. Okay.
it's no, okay.
Okay.
Or okay. So microbes can be just basically any agent that causes disease or not,
A
like a
microbe is
toxin.
any agent that is microscopic, like there are cells that do not cause disease, and they are called a microbe. And then there are viruses and prions, which cause humans disease, and obviously they are microbes. And then there's viruses that don't cause human disease, like a bacteriophage, and that is still considered a microbe. Okay.
Okay, what about some of the toxins, right? They're almost like prions that are produced. I mean, they're not but they're like protein-like in structure, some of the toxins.
Yeah.
What are those?
Those aren't
Yeah.
self-replicating, so they're not considered a microbe. A prion, even though it's only a molecule, it can replicate itself.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay. So I see your distinction here. Usually a toxin is secreted by a cell, another microbe. So a toxin is usually not considered a microbe, and the real reason is it doesn't replicate itself, and a prion does.
Okay, so it has to be it has to be self-limiting.
Self-replicating, not living. A virus and a prion are not really alive because they're just,
No, I'm saying not living. I'm saying to not be considered a microbe, it has to be self-limiting.
I didn't catch that word. Self what?
Li limiting, like limit.
Limiting. Okay.
uh, right?
Okay. Anything else? All right. There's some other participants. Anyone have a question? I mean, I'll stay until 7. Let me stop recording now. Okay.
Okay, so I sent you an email on Canvas, and I still haven't got a reply.
I
It was
haven't
about the
checked,
quiz.
I haven't checked my email today.
Okay, if